In the last episode, we covered connecting Jira to your Walnut AI project, mapping your fields, setting up live sync, understanding what happens when you delete a requirement. In this episode, we'll cover connecting Azure DevOps to your Walnut AI project, mapping Azure boards and work item types, verifying the connection, and testing the sync. Let's get into it. Before connecting Azure DevOps to Walnut AI, you need a personal access token from your Azure DevOps account. Log in to Azure account. From the menu, choose DevOps and select your project. Go to User Settings in the top right corner of the screen and select Personal Access Tokens. Click Create API Token, give it a name something like Walnut AI, and click Create. Your token will be generated and displayed. Copy it immediately. Azure DevOps won't show it again once you close this screen. Keep it handy for the next step. In Walnut AI, navigate to the External Data and Connections step, either while creating a new project or by editing an existing one. Select Connect External Tools and choose Azure DevOps. This opens the Azure DevOps sync configuration, a four-step flow: credentials, project, fields, and summary. On the credentials step, enter your Azure DevOps organization URL and the personal access token you just copied. Click Test Connection. Once verified, click Next. On the project step, you'll see confirmation that you're connected to Azure DevOps. From the drop-down, select the Azure DevOps project you want to sync with your Walnut AI project. Click Activate and complete the setup. Once done, click Next to continue to field mapping. Step 3 is field mapping. This is where you configure how Azure DevOps fields map to Walnut AI fields. There are two sub-tabs here: User Stories and Work Item Types. In User Stories, you'll see field-to-field mappings, for example, assigned to maps to assignee name, and description maps to description. To let AI auto-detect the best mappings, click Regenerate. Once done, click Save Mappings. In Issue Types, you'll see how each Walnut AI type maps to an Azure DevOps work item type epic to epic and task to task. You can add custom mappings or adjust existing ones, then click Save Mappings. Make sure to save in both tabs before proceeding. Click Finish to move to the summary. The summary screen shows your full Azure DevOps connection, the organization URL, the connected project, and the process template. Status will show as active, confirming the integration is live. If anything needs changing, click Edit Connection. Otherwise, click Done. Your Azure DevOps integration is now connected. Sync preferences are managed in Admin Settings. Now let's set up how data flows between Walnut AI and Azure DevOps. Go to the main menu, then Admin Settings, and select the Azure DevOps Sync section. Select the project you just connected and turn on the sync direction toggles. If you want to push requirements from Walnut AI into Azure DevOps, turn on the Walnut to Azure DevOps toggle push changes to Azure DevOps. If you want to pull work items from Azure DevOps into Walnut AI, turn on the Azure DevOps to Walnut toggle pull changes from Azure DevOps. If you want bidirectional sync changes in either tool reflected in both, turn both toggles on. Once your direction is set, click Sync, then Start Sync. You'll see a progress indicator in real time, pulled from Azure DevOps and pushed to Azure DevOps, with a progress bar tracking each item. Once complete, you'll see the initial sync totals, for example, pulled 5 from Azure DevOps, pushed 5 to Azure DevOps. Go to Action Items in Walnut AI, and your requirements are there. Open Azure DevOps, and they're there too. Because Live Sync is on, any work item created in either app from this point forward will automatically sync to the other in real time. To turn Live Sync off at any point, go back to Admin Settings and switch the toggle off. Before you start syncing requirements, it's worth understanding what happens when you delete something. Walnut AI gives you 3 options for delete behavior. The first option is Unlink. If you delete a requirement in Walnut AI, the sync link to the Azure DevOps work item is broken, and the deletion does not reflect in Azure DevOps. The work item stays exactly as it is. This is the safest option if you want deletions in one tool to stay contained. The second option is transition to done or closed. Deleting a requirement in Walnut AI marks the corresponding Azure DevOps work item as done or closed instead of deleting it. The item isn't removed, it's just closed out. This works in both directions. The third option is delete the Azure DevOps work item. Deleting a requirement in Walnut AI permanently deletes the corresponding work item in Azure DevOps as well. Use this only if you're confident you want deletions to fully mirror across both tools. Choose the option that fits how your team works, and set it before you start actively syncing items across both platforms. That's the full Azure DevOps integration, generating your personal access token, connecting to Walnut AI, mapping your work item types, setting up sync direction, and understanding delete behavior. In the next episode, we'll cover connecting your Figma workspace to a Walnut AI project, browsing and selecting Figma designs inside Walnut, how Figma designs are used in Intelligence Hub. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and drop any questions in the comments.